We are here with MMA Weekly Radio. I am Damon Martin, and we are honored to be joined today on our own edition of The Talking Dead with one of the stars of The Walking Dead, Merle himself, Michael Rooker. Michael, thank you so much for taking the time with us today.
Right on, man. Good to be here.
I'm going to introduce my co-host, of course, from Tap Out Radio, Kirkland, who is going to go ahead with the first question of the day.
All right. So, Michael, obviously the first thing on everyone's mind is, are we going to get to see some Merle in Season 3?
You're going to get to see maybe more Merle than you ever wanted to see.
See, I love that. I like the interactions that you're having with Daryl, and I like that hard-nosed, hard-ass stance that you're taking on everything. So that's good news for all of us.
You know what it is? It's tough love. That's all. The kid grew up by himself. I grew up, in and out of the Audi home, and whatnot. But I try to take good care of him, and I think I did a pretty good job. What do you think? He's doing okay.
I think you turned him into a man. That's what I think. Now, I do have one other question really fast. We know you sawed off your arm. That was pretty evident. Are we going to see Merle sporting a hook or a spike or maybe a machine gun attached to it, sort of Evil Dead style? Or
how about a bazooka? I'd rather have a bazooka, a rocket launcher, something like that. No, I've never, imagining Merle, I could not imagine Merle being the man he is, walking around with a stump. But that being said, he's quite adept at inventing things, and I'm sure he's good with his hands. So we may do something. I'm not sure what.
That would be awesome. Maybe a crossbow or something. That'd be so cool.
No, the crossbow's been done. Girl's doing the crossbow.
Damon, I'm going to turn him over to you for a little bit before I get greedy here.
Now, Michael, this season of The Walking Dead, obviously you made a fantastic appearance during the season when you had the interaction with Norman, Daryl on the show. What was it like to be back there? I mean, did you miss, obviously being a part of the first season and the reception, it was crazy online and everybody was so excited to see you back there. It was a brief appearance, but did you have fun being a part of the second season, even in a dream sequence?
Oh, I was totally stoked. Everyone, as soon as I walked on set, everyone was like, Merle is back. Yes. And so they're big fans of Merle as well. So when we got a chance to do the scene, Norman and I are good friends, and so this is really, when you think about it, out of the first season and the second season, that's the only time we ever interacted on camera. So it was awesome, man. I had a great time. I enjoyed it. It was tough love. It's big brother, motivating little brother, motivating him to save his own life, And sometimes you gotta be tough with people like that.
Yeah, I gotta admit, I'm a little sad. I'm so excited you're coming back for season 3. But one of the interactions I always wanted to see was Shane and Merle, and now Shane's gone, so we don't get to see that. I felt like it would have been.
Isn't that a bitch? I was hoping they'd save Shane for me. But it didn't happen, and that's just the way it is. And I know I told everyone that I'm coming back. Robert Kirkman has said that I'm coming back, but you know what? I'll just throw it out there. Whether it means anything to anyone else, there's still one more episode left in the season.
See, the teaser is out there. That's the thing. The teaser is out there. I like it.
That's a good teaser. That's a good teaser. And whether or not it happens or not, I'm not at liberty to say. But I never said any specifics in regards to when I was coming back. I'm letting people know that I am coming back. Robert Kirkman says I'm coming back. As a matter of fact, Norman Reedus has stated in several interviews that his big brother is coming back.
And I know everyone excited with the show has transcended so much over these past couple of years. Did you? I always felt like this would be a special show, but has it been kind of crazy to see the reception that The Walking Dead has had? It really has become a cultural phenomenon.
Dude, it's killer, and it's so amazing, and basically I'm pretty damn honored to be involved with a a group of actors and directors and producers and Gil and Hurd and all these guys, and I'm having a great time. I mean, even playing the cat and mouse thing over this past season, in my interviews, I can't really say anything, and so I've gotten very good at talking for an hour without saying a damn word, not giving anything away.
With that said, though, as we come up to the season finale, you've obviously still been watching the show. How did you like season 2 of The Walking Dead? How did you enjoy the movement of the story this year?
You know what? I'm an action guy. I really enjoy. I'm not a big. I like dialogue, and I like getting to know the characters and stuff like that. But I'm going to have to say that I'm with the fans. We want to see some action, and I can't wait to get back in there and do what I do best. And that's not entirely all action. I mean, I did that 4-minute monologue in episode 4, and that was not a lot of action there. So it's internal psychological action going on. It doesn't necessarily mean physical action. So I enjoyed it because I like the fact that we get to know these people almost too well now. We know them so well that it's going to really hurt when even the ones that we don't like that much get eaten, whatever, So it happens, It's in a post-zombie apocalyptic world, and we humans can get eaten. We're not the head of the food chain anymore.
You know what? I gotta say, I bet Merle's really happy that little punk Dale is dead. I could just imagine that he'd be standing off to the side clapping while Dale got eaten.
Merle and Shane would have probably been going like, "Who is this guy anyway? Why does he keep talking?" No. Dale was a wonderful character, actually.
Yeah, he was. He was a good antagonist for everybody. He certainly was.
Yeah, and in a very subtle way, in a very verbal and a very, it was very, very cool to have that input, So very good.
Yeah, who would have thought that your conscience would be an antagonist in a show?
You know what? I think our consciences are very definitely can be our antagonists in real life.
Yeah, and Dale definitely showed that. That was very, very good writing. The way they wrote his character there to us all the way up until the end, it was good stuff. And it was. I thought it was kind of a neat turn of events that Daryl was the one that put the bullet in him too.
Well, I like Daryl's comment and to the cop. He says, you don't have to always do the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
So, that's very telling. I mean, it's very telling who this guy is. I'm the cop. I have to make the decisions. I'm the boss. No, it doesn't happen that way all the time in real life. I mean, you have issues. We all have issues, but you don't have to be the boss, my friend. And so, and I think the weight of all this has really starting to crumble around him, and it was very cool that Daryl took up the gauntlet and did the righteous thing.
Absolutely, Damon.
Let me ask you this, because we know you're coming back for season 3, Michael. Obviously, we can't give away any spoilers, but let me ask you this, because kind of a two-part question. Online, for months, before this announcement was made, everyone was asking, when is Merle coming back? Is Merle the governor? The character coming up in season 3, all these questions. And now that we know you're coming back, the speculation continues to run. I mean, what does that mean to you as an actor to see the fans outpouring? And if you want to give us spoilers about season 3, you feel free. I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, no spoilers coming from this mouth. But I got to tell you, the fan base is phenomenal. I even from season 1, when I first appeared, there were fans that jumped on the bandwagon for Michael Rooker and Merle Dixon and the Dixon brothers, basically overall. I mean, we have several fan base groups, the Dixon Vixens, the Rookerholics, Rooker Nation. You could get rookered, online now. People love to get rookered, and getting rookered just means a lot of different things. You could watch, before the episode tonight, you could watch a movie that I did, maybe 15, 20 years ago. And so, it's very cool, and I really, truly appreciate it. I go on Twitter. Maybe 4 years ago, I didn't really have an internet footprint or anything. And so I'm really digging it. I like conversing, and I like talking with the fans on there and on Facebook and Twitter and everything. So hey, you can look me up, man. Come on, it's Michael_Rooker. Come on down and talk.
I love it. And obviously with season 3, I know the filming kicks off, I believe, in May. How exciting is it going to be just to see everybody again and to be a regular part of the cast? Because I know that I saw some interviews with John Bernthal and some of the other guys that left. They said it really is a family atmosphere, and it kind of broke their heart to have to leave, but that's the dynamic of the show. No one's safe.
And it's good that no one's safe. I don't want to be safe. I think not being safe makes you, hungry and makes you fight more. And this is good. I love everybody there. This is like the first real show that I've been involved with. I did another one called Thief. We did 6 episodes, but you hardly ever work with all the other actors, But this time around, we hang out, we live in a similar area, so we go have coffee and chill out and talk and have a good time, man. So it is a good family atmosphere, and it's very cool.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I was stuck in a zombie apocalypse, I'm sticking next to Merle and Daryl and Shane, because that's who's going to help you survive. I'm telling you right now.
Shane is dead. We got no Shane no more.
Well, Shane, there ain't no more Shane now, man. You're gonna have to hook up with Merle and Merle Dixon, and we will definitely take good care of you. Don't you worry. We're not gonna throw you under the train like Shane did to the poor old guy earlier on.
Oh, that's awesome. Hey, Michael, can I ask you one thing really quick? Your character has always, as you said, been an action guy. What is the physical training and everything that you do for it?
Big time. I do Kokushin karate. I studied and trained and lived at the dojo. I was an Oshidashi for Aikido. So I lived at the school for 3 years and trained, and this was when I was a younger man, before I even went to theater school. And so over the years, I like to keep busy, and I like to keep active. And my dojo in Little Tokyo here in LA is a great dojo, and it's full contact. It's a lot of fun. I like getting hit, and I like hitting people, and I enjoy that. I don't necessarily like the bruises, but that goes with the territory. People think I'm a little nutsy, doing this kind of stuff, but I really enjoy it. It's not full on, beat your head in, stuff, So you're doing full contact, but not full power. And so there's a big difference there. And so you're learning and you're growing, you're having fun doing it. And that's what I do mainly. So yeah, that's how I stay in shape.
That's fantastic, and you do a great job, sir. You definitely do, Damon.
Thanks.
Well, obviously, The Walking Dead season 2 is ending, but now, see, we have the spoiler. It just makes us that much more excited for The Walking Dead season 3 when Merle walks back onto our canvas, walks back into our hearts, and walks back into our TV screens. I can't wait, Michael. I'm very excited to see what season 3 is going to be all about, because we know the governor's coming, Merle's coming. It's going to be great.
It's going to be awesome. And I hope I didn't mislead people when I said I'm an action guy. I just like to be proactive, and I enjoy doing it. And so if you talk to people, I think actually when they talk about my power, the most powerful stuff that I've done, many times it's not action at all. And many times I'm not even talking. It's just this very, much more subtle than that kind of than that stuff. And so I think for The Walking Dead, the writing is awesome, and we get a chance to explore all kinds of different avenues in expressing the character.
Well, when I say action, though, I'm referring specifically to The Walking Dead, because you are in an environment there on set where that you do have to have several action scenes. I mean, you guys are running from zombies. You're fighting zombies, and so that basically, I was wondering what kind of rigorous workouts and training you have involved with pretty much staying in shape and being able to enact all these scenes.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You didn't see the scene, but you saw the aftermath when I leave the rooftop. I got one hand, I'm bleeding out, I have to cauterize my wound, and there's 3 dead zombies. So that's being proactive. That's not running from zombies. That's making a lovely retreat. I'm making my way to the van. I'm going to steal it, and I'm going to drive away. So that's what happened.
And it's a perfect segue to possibly seeing the end of season 2 or the beginning of season 3, the return of Merle. I could just see the posters now, Michael. It's coming.
Right on, brother. Right on. We're gonna have a damn good time.
It's great. It's great. We can't wait. Well, did you have anything else, Kirkland, before we let Michael go?
No, I just wanted to thank him so much for giving us his time today. It's been a pleasure talking to you. I hope we get to do it again soon before the 3rd season starts. And you're just awesome. You've got a lifelong fan in both of us here.
Oh, you guys are crazy. What can I say? Thank you so much. And I had a good time talking to you guys. And hey, I love what's going on in the community there, the MMA community, and it's really come a long way. It's pretty amazing, pretty damn amazing.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, the MMA community is we're doing an entire show around The Walking Dead with just UFC fighters. I mean, that's pretty amazing that the UFC and all the MMA community, we are huge Walking Dead fans to the point where we're having entire radio shows dedicated to The Walking Dead. So that should tell you the MMA community is behind The Walking Dead.
Yeah, this is our 2nd one. We did an hour last year with Norman Reedus,
right.
And it was fantastic. So we hope to make these a regular thing, because basically The Walking Dead is something that brings people from all avenues of life together, in my opinion. It really has transcended a lot of boundaries.
It's amazing. I just it's unfathomable that something a show that really hooked into the pulse of the nation and the world, and it amazes me. It just simply amazes me. Happy to be involved.
Well, Michael, again, thank you so much for the time, and again, keep up the great work. Not that I need to tell you that, but keep up the great work. We cannot wait for The Walking Dead season 3, the return of Merle. And sincerely, very, very much from us, from MMA Weekly and from Tap Out Radio, thank you so much for taking the time. We really do appreciate it.
Good, guys. Great to be here, and I hope to see you again soon.
All right, we'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye-bye.